Teenage Mutant Ninja Angels, The Four Brothers. Moses, a great story, turned into a forsaken allegory. Aaron with the face. 613 close to 616, a trinity cleverly erased. Triplets of deception, I wonder why they were replaced. I wonder who removed the other three. Perhaps the Protestant church once they began to see. Or maybe the Pope noticed it might set a few free. Anyway, let's remain above the sea. Don't forget the sevens and the 10. A bunch of stories about ritualistic men. A game of dice with hands of ice, who's ready for a spin. A few great things to know, like Gabriel with the glow. Then I looked to the left, and I noticed another theft. A great man bringing stones together with fire. A magnificent fuel until the sun retire. Turning a few kings into hens. Feeding the serpent eggs from the pens. Elijah, Eliah, Eli, more titles to reclaim. In all honesty, I was more impressed with the flames. They cling to the robes, like Ham's old clothes. Change vowels in between. Like, did you know Bethlehem is the garment Raphael redeemed? The bloody hands of Israeli lands, leading to Michael's love to come sour. Elijah, a mighty angel, Persia seeks to deflower. Taking something that was once a fiery name and phrase, turning the Zoroastrians into Islamic slaves. The garment of who I am, a precious robe indeed. They tried to turn the word into an African stampede. Now Yehohanan ben Hagios, John the Baptist's name, he tried to bring the covenant but was still bound by the chain of lying adulterous children birthed by Cain. I am happy and sad for the reason my brother Raphael came. They hung John in their fields for the price of a slave. I am salvation, the Redeemer from the grave. They put a prophecy after the Torah to hide something to come. I chewed up the New Testament and spit Satan out like gum. They're still in the wilderness, that's why all the rabbis sound the same. I am salvation was to come, using Yeshua to play silly Germanic games. Or perhaps Polish, you can't play that racist card. You should know that about 11% of Poland makes up my yard. I dare not leave my servant hanging on Satan's knee. With a flaming mountain, I broke apart that carnivorous yew tree. I'm going to show Israel what happens when you wrestle with my name. To this very date, those curses still remain. The children of magic garments will constantly be stained. I could raise children of Jehovah, but I try to restrain. They think that phrase means loving little abracadabra hymns. But we know why Abraham was powerful. Let's not manipulate the hymns. The dude was so great he plagued Pharaoh and got paid. I wonder what type of riches was gathered from that raid. I wonder who added so much magic to the hearts. I am warning people what the Shemites tried to spark. Gave up his wife out of fear and cowered. Isn't Babylon the location of the towers? Do they not understand that the Babylonians were hunters of man? Some say the house of bread. Back then they were the house of the dead. Some say the house of meat. Others say the hem of the garment is discreet. The temple being rent has nothing to do with landlords. However, if I am correct, most kings use the sword. Most priests play with fire so they have blood on their hands. I'd rather not live on sodomite land. You see, I am not talking about actual grass and dirt. If you look up the definition of that word, it might leave you butt hurt. I won't be running children through the valley of Himnal because of Molech's hell. I won't be sending any children to the desert as well. I am no shepherd. I come for those who lead astray. I am the fire that doesn't consume this day. A light over the hill of spiritual resolution. Although what manifests is about to leave the false prophet paying restitution. The kings will be fixing all of their toxic pollution. I hope they learn to navigate through space or suffolk climatic execution. Thou shalt not kill, this is self-inducing. They touch the source, forsake the stone, and end up electrocuting. Trying to be technicians without grounding to the earth. Perhaps next time a rubber glove will avoid that type of birth. Getting people drunk like a Percocet. From Adam to JDB. Now the rest of the alphabet can be free. So much the Führer attempted to take from me. My middle name means a male holding the highest hereditary title. I am not talking about any Bible. The pagans use such things as a rifle, turning simple teachers into malicious disciples. Do not commit adultery. It's much deeper than the beast from the sea. I am king, but who I am serves. I am merciful and give each what they deserve. Be kind to my Hebrew, he works so very hard. Instead of the pastor spreading love, they spread attack evil like a tub of lard. So I asked my child to grab hold of the snake and hold its body in the refinery they turn into lakes. Keep the head above waters, thou shalt not drown. I am not darkness, such things need not be profound. Do not turn my beautiful story of metaphors into sick teachings and one-way doors. Thou shalt not kill, so I showed mercy and love. Then wisdom came beautifully down from above. What does it profit if the teacher or prophets make people enraged with each fanatical page? The houses they build rebuke the stone and shield, and go straight for the hate, something I cannot relate. For what does it matter what a man puts into the bladder, kidney, or spleen? Most of these preachers cannot even decipher their own dreams, taking literature and looking for meaning, when I am the one doing the dreaming. Intelligence perhaps be searched by the user, but there doesn't need to be a third-party abuser, creating terms and conditions to enslave the other player, creating silly teachings to ensnare just like soothsayers. Under the world, deep beneath crust-like layers, pretending to be sheep but deep down are vampire slayers, beasts fighting the undead horde likened to space invaders, flying through the republic choking others like Darth Vader. Call me Luke, at first I puked and lost my spiritual arm to him. At first I cried and hoped it was lies, it felt so deep and grim. I dropped so hard into the earth and stood back up again. I saw the law, it was the flaw that choked so much within. The moon was crashing, so I ran into the place. But then I figured, why let my last moment be disgraced? I went alone and stood on stones and then looked into its face. I got back down and looked around with nothing to be found. I didn't even notice that I received a whole new crown. The light was bright, it shined at night until the morning sun came over yonder. I began to ponder before I had time to run. The flaming fire came quickly rushing in. I thought in that split moment of all of my angry sin. Before the fire hit my flesh, something popped up to my surprise. It was a rock so powerful with 7 little eyes. The fire went all around until it made a circle. I felt so afraid, red or blue, I felt like the color purple, until I realized the man of fire with the golden crown wasn't to be hurtful. I am the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, but don't turn into an Urkel. All I am ever to you is just an angel. I can call myself Lord, but only because I am freedom from that which is painful. With every living word I speak, I seek to give life. I am the bridegroom, so who I am can be a beautiful wife. Please do not play with my metaphors to switch nouns throughout the life. I am, and who I am is a man. I testify on behalf of that which I am. I am all things, so be careful of what I am wed to, unless Thursday comes short and adultery comes for you. I am attempting to keep another day from being wasted because of the religious sage, trapping innocent people in their narcissistic cage. They turn wisdom into a dragon, quite the fiery cell. If you transliterate Lucifer, you get F Uriel.
I dare you to fix me. I'm crossing the line again, falling on my knees. No stranger to pain, it's never ending, it's only something I can't forget. My heart won't let it rest, but you keep on forgiving. Admit that I'm afraid. If I let go of this pain, am I completely betrayed? There's no air left to breathe. I'm drowning, vultures are circling me. Around it, I need to fight. I know it's just so hard to let it go. Shine a light I can see. Something I can't forget. My heart won't let it rest, but you keep on forgiving. Admit that I'm afraid. If I let go of this rage, am I completely betrayed? Something I can't forget. My heart won't let it rest, but you keep on forgiving. Oh, admit that I'm afraid. If I let go of this rage, am I completely betrayed? My heart, my love, my life, the price. It's hard to fight, goodbye. Shine a light I can see.